Can you claim financial advice as a tax deduction? Here's my answer. All right, so can you claim financial advice as a tax deduction? I mean, wouldn't it be awesome, whatever you're paying a financial advisor, you get to write that off on your taxes and save a little bit more? Sounds great, but not so simple, and here's why. Okay, so let's just talk about this. Can you actually legally claim financial advice as a tax deduction? The answer is no. Thanks to their Trump tax plan. Thanks, Trump, you know. Everybody's like, he's trying to help the rich. Apparently not, because you cannot claim financial advice as a tax deduction anymore since about 2017. So that's off the table. Now that could change depending on when you watch this video, whatever tax plan is in place at the time. Yes, it might be possible, but as of right now, you cannot write off your financial advisor or that financial advice you're getting. So sorry, video over. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. But here are some things you could do. Here's some advice you could be getting that can be written off. So let's talk about what those options are right now. All right, so I already mentioned, especially if you're a W-2 employee, I mean, you have almost no hope of tax deductions. You got your mortgage interest, you got your kids, and that's pretty much it, or any donations you might do. And so you're probably looking for something more. Now, if you're a business owner, now you have some hope, because although you can't claim financial advisors as a write-off, if you do get financial advice that is tied to your business, and this is even true, even if you're a W-2 employee, but you have a side hustle, you have a side business, you know, it could even be a real estate business as well, guess what? Now we can start writing off some stuff. So let me give you an example here. All the time we get business owners that will look to hire people, right? They're looking to do things, they're looking to find ways to write off stuff. We'll tell them all the time, like when you hire us with a consulting fee, you can actually write it off. And they'll say, well, how? Because you're giving financial advice, which by the way, we're not financial investment advisors, but we are, I guess from the traditional sense, like a financial advisor. We're more like consultants. We help people figure out how do you create more passive income with your situation. Well, a lot of that for business owners is also how do we improve your cash flow situation. Even if you're a W-2 employee, we still look at ways to improve your cash flow situation. Are there tax benefits? Are there things you can do to save on taxes? Which, by the way, almost every business owner, we find ways to save on taxes, at least 5 or 10 grand a year. And so what we tell them is like, well, guess what? Because we're addressing the profitability of your business, right? And maybe ways to improve your cash flow there. We're talking about tax write-offs within your business as well. We're literally talking about taxes for your business, tax savings, and tax strategies. Even though we're not CPAs, we then refer them to CPAs to then confirm that. And then 3, we even often will deal with things like real estate businesses. You might set up a business to have the passive income flowing through, having those entities in place. So yeah, it's very easy to write off for any CPA to do so. So we tell our business owner clients, we're like, hey, you get a double benefit because you get to write off like anywhere from a quarter to a third, you know, did you get back in money that you even pay us, which is awesome. Now, on top of that too, if you're somebody that's a W-2 employee, great, maybe we got a side hustle you can do. It doesn't mean you have to be full-time in that side hustle. It could be a hobby that you turn into a business. It could be investments. Now, that's what a lot of our W-2 clients will do. They'll start creating a real estate business. They can then funnel passive income through, including like buying a rental property. Sometimes people will do short-term rentals or whatever it is, or mid-term rentals, which is becoming more of a thing lately. Things like that you will have an entity in place to protect your assets, but guess what? That's a business. That's a business entity, and then you can actually use that. So can some of that financial advice be written off? Yes. When you meet with your CPA, can that be written off? Yes. If you're meeting with an attorney, especially about that ownership of that business, right? Yes, you get to write that off as professional services. You get to write those things off. You know, on top of that, you get additional tax benefits because guess what? You have a cell phone to use for that point of contact in that business. Boom, write off. You got utilities from your house because maybe you're working out of your home. Boom, you get to write off some of that. Especially if you have a home office space dedicated to that, you can write off even your homeowner's insurance or a percentage of your homeowner's insurance as well as the utilities that you're having, even if it's in your own home. You know, there's so many things you'd be doing, even part of the interest that you're dealing with the mortgage. Of course, you write off the mortgage interest anyways for the most part, so you're getting that write off too. So you're able to start writing off things, maybe even travel. Maybe you're traveling to go see these real estate properties. Guess what? Write it off. If you're driving there, you get to write off mileage, which is more, unless you have a gas guzzler that's like 5 miles to the gallon. You can actually make money from driving to see properties or whatever it might be, or to go and do due diligence because you're like, hey, there's investment I want to check out. Let's make a family trip out of it and write it off, right? So you can take certain vacations, still have business tied to it a little bit, and be able to write off that and the food that you spend and things like that. Things you'd probably be spending money on anyways, you can do as a business owner. And those that are already business owners, you get this, right? But it's so nice that you can actually get this advice and be able to write it off too. But again, it doesn't work with traditional financial advisors. Why? Because they're not advising you on your business. Yeah, they might say, great, we'll take the money from your business and put in this retirement account, but that's coming from your personal. They might try to say, well, you could set up this 401k plan if you own a business, and maybe you might be able to justify it, but I'll tell you, the fees that you pay at that 401k plan, it's just not worth it. It's just so expensive, and you make crap returns anyways with high risk. And so that may not be worthwhile for you to really get that write-off. So again, if you're a business owner, there's easy ways to do it. But that's why, again, you want to focus on more of that, like who actually addresses the business finances, not just the personal finances. Who addresses the cash flow, not just throw your money in retirement accounts, which has nothing to do with the business at all. That's where it comes in. So yes, can you write off financial advice? For the most part, no. Not from financial advisors. But if you have a service like ours, yeah, you could. If you have a service like you're using, like a CFO service or whatever it might be to get more profit in your business, yes, you can write that off. There are a lot of ways to do that. Accountants, yes, you can write those off. Just be careful not to be caught up in that trap that you try to hire a financial advisor and they're charging their fees, whether you make money or not. That's kind of criminal in my opinion. But you get charged those fees and those commissions, and no, you don't get to write it off. So thanks, Trump. We like a lot of the things you've done. This is not one of them. All right, so are you looking for financial advice like this? Maybe you're trying to find a way to do it in a more creative fashion, and maybe financial advice that doesn't just make you money maybe 30, 40 years from now, but what about today? If you want to create passive income now, go to our website, moneyripples.com. There's a whole consulting section you could check out. Videos, we even have podcasts on this channel, obviously, as well, but check that out today and see what we can do. And even reach out to us, contact us if you got questions, ask away at moneyripples.com.